From alcohols. Right on. Seventh method of preparation is from alcohol. Right. So this is a simple method. Alcohols reacts with ammonia in presence of Al2O3 at 360 degrees Celsius. Right. So alcohols heated at 360 degrees Celsius and in presence of Al2O3. It is also called alumina, anhydrous Al2O3. So this Al2O3 removes water. Tell me, you just remove the water, OH from alcohol and hydrogen from ammonia. That is RNH2 plus water will be formed. And it also reacts with another mole of molecule of alcohol, that is secondary amine, and it is also reacts with another mole of alcohol, third mole. It also form tertiary amine. Now tertiary amine, is it react with another mole of alcohol? No. Whereas tertiary alkyl halide reacts with another mole of alkyl halide, right? It form quaternary ammonium salt. Like that, here alcohol do not react with the tertiary amine. So therefore the final product is only tertiary amines. Right on. Alcohols heated with ammonia. Alcohols heated with ammonia in presence of anhydrous Al2O3. In presence of anhydrous Al2O3 to form mixture of primary, secondary and tertiary amines. To form mixture of primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Okay. Write the equation. Let us take methyl alcohol plus ammonia Al2O3. Write the products. Ethyl alcohol plus ammonia. Write the products. Tell me here, what are the products? Methylamine, dimethylamine, trimethylamine. The mixture of primary, secondary, tertiary amines will be formed. Here, ethylamine, diethylamine and triethyl amines will be formed. Next, eighth one, from, tell me, carboxylic acid. Okay, right on. From carboxylic acids. Okay, from the carboxylic acids, let us take RCOOH, carboxylic acid reacts with N3H. What is N3H? Hydrozoic acid. Right. So carboxylic acids reacts with hydrozoic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay. So here this CO2 will be removed, right? And hydrogen plus one hydrogen H2 plus one nitrogen. What do you get? R NH2. Hydrogen H and H2, and there is a one nitrogen. And what is the remaining? CO2 plus N2. Right? Right. Carboxylic acids reacts with hydrozoic acid. Carboxylic acids reacts with hydrozoic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to form primary amine, to form primary amines. Right. Write the products: CH3, COOH, acetic acid plus N3H, hydrozoic acid, concentrated sulfuric acid. Right on. Benzoic acid, N3H. Write the products. Okay, then tell me how to write product. You just remove the CO2, in place of CO2 write NH2. Here also remove the CO2, pH, NH2. Yes or no? So take one note. Right on. Curtius reaction. Curtius reaction. Okay, listen, it is important. Since it has name, it is a named reaction, important in interconversion. Right. In Curtius reaction, it is similar to this reaction only. Carboxylic acid reacts with sodium azide, NaNO3. Right. No, one second. Before that, sod, it is reacts with SOCl2 first, thionyl chloride, and in presence of pyridine. Can you tell me what is the product? Carboxylic acid reacts with SOCl2 pyridine, where we study preparation of haloalkane from alcohol. What is the name of the reaction? Dargin's method. We will study in Dargin's method. No, it is not a Dargin method, but similar to Dargin method. Okay, so therefore carboxylic acid plus SOCl2. Then tell me, this OH is replaced by what? Cl, or C double bond O, Cl. Then what do you get? Byproducts are SO and O2, SO2 plus HCl are the byproduct. But we want this, we'll get the acid chloride. This acid chloride now reacts with NaN3, sodium azide. Tell me, what can be removed? NaCl. Then R, C double bond O, N3. It is a acid azide. Okay. Now this acid azide, it is now treated with sodium borohydride, NaBH4. Okay. Now minus N2, nitrogen will be removed. Then what is left here? Nitrogen and C double bond O. In morning class we have studied which reaction? We got this kind of arrangement in borodine, no, Hoffman bromide degradation. No, okay. Similarly here, there is a one nitrogen left. No, one nitrogen is shifted in place of carbon. Carbon comes in place of nitrogen. It means N double bond C double bond O. What is this? Isocyanate. Important. So isocyanate is the one of the intermediate formed. Okay. Now this isocyanate now treated with what? 2 moles of KOH. Do you remember? 2 KOH. So in 2 KOH, what happened? This bond will be broken. Then what do you get? R NH2. So 2 hydrogen, here is NH2 and CO, and one CO is there, here is how many O? 2 O plus K2 CO3. Therefore, we want this. This whole reaction is called Curtius reaction. Okay, then what is the importance of Curtius reaction? One, acid, carboxylic acid reacts with thionyl chloride, SOCl2, and pyridine. It forms acid chloride. This is as usual reaction. But acid chloride reacts with sodium azide. It forms acid azide. This acid azide on treatment with sodium borohydride, you will get the isocyanate. This is very, very important. Right. In which of the following reaction isocyanate is intermediate? 1. Curtius reaction. 2. Hoffman bromide degradation, both A and B. In both the reaction, you will get isocyanate is a intermediate. So wherever isocyanate comes, you treat it with 2 KOH. Immediately you will get the primary amine carbonates. Okay. So this is how this whole reaction is called Curtius reaction. Right on. Curtius reaction. Carboxylic acid reacts with thionyl chloride. Carboxylic acid reacts with thionyl chloride in presence of pyridine. To form acid chloride. Which is treated with sodium azide. Which is treated with sodium azide to form acid azide. It undergo reduction to form acid azide. It undergo reduction in presence of sodium borohydride. It undergo reduction in presence of sodium borohydride to form isocyanate. Important. To form isocyanate is an intermediate. To form isocyanate is an intermediate which is on alkaline hydrolysis. Forms what? Which is on alkaline hydrolysis form primary amines. Okay. Let us take acetic acid. Right. It is reacts with 1 SOCl2 pyridine, 2 sodium azide, 3 sodium borohydride followed by KOH. Write the product. Okay, see in this sequence of reaction you can remember or you can understand this. R is here, R also here. Yes or no? In carboxylic acid R is there, amine also R is there. But this carboxylic group is replaced by what? Amine, NH2 group. Therefore, here also this carboxylic group should be replaced by amine group NH2. So this is only required. In organic reactions, if the reactant is given, how to write product, that you need to learn. Suppose benzoic acid is given, the same sequence of reagent, benzoic acid. So same 1, 2, 3. 3 reagents are same, write the product. In benzoic acid also, you just remove the carboxylic group, or carboxylic group should be replaced with amine group, that is aniline. Okay, so it is in Curtius reaction. Next, from what is the method? From alkyl. Okay, from alkyl halide. Right. Okay, from alkyl halide also similar reaction. Let us take Rx. Alkyl halide reacts with sodium azide. Same reaction. Do you remember where we have where we study sodium azide? It is one of the important reaction in the preparation of dinitrogen. Do you remember, in nitrogen compounds, preparation of dinitrogen by sodium azide, barium azide. ಎರಡು compounds ಇದೆ. Even previous CT ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Which of the following decomposition gives nitrogen? There was option is barium azide. So this is also same. Sodium, barium azide, they are good source of nitrogen. Just heat the azides, you will get N2 gas. So therefore, now here sodium azide plus alkyl halide. So what can be removed? NaX. Then what is the product is alkyl azide. Sodium azide gives alkyl azide. And tell me, how do you get from alkyl azide to amine? Same reaction where sodium borohydride. Here KOH is not required. Why? Here KOH is required because of isocyanate. Okay, can you expect isocyanate here? There is no C double bond O. Idya? There is no C double bond O. That's what, no isocyanate is expected. So therefore, just reduction with sodium borohydride, you will get RNH2 plus N2 gas. That's it. Just ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Alkyl halides heated with alkyl halides heated with sodium azide in presence of sodium borohydride. In presence of sodium borohydride to form what? Corresponding amine. Which amines? Primary amines. Write the products. NaN3. So here chlorine and bromine replaced by NH2. That's it. Next, 10th 11th 10th. From where? From aldehydes and ketones. From aldehydes and ketones. This reaction we will study aldehyde topic also. ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ವೇನಾ? ಏನೋ ಬರಿತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ, ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬರ್ದಿಂದ ಡಬಲ್ ಬರ್ತೀರೇನು? ಡಬಲ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಡ್ರಿ. ಹಾಂ okay, from aldehydes and ketones. Listen, Let us take R C double bond O H. What is this? Aldehyde. Okay. So aldehyde reacts with, let us take ammonia. Tell me. Aldehydes reacts with ammonia. What can be removed? H2O. One oxygen, two hydrogen. So remove the water molecule, oxygen and two hydrogen. Then the product is R RCH double bond NH. This is called what? Imine. N double bond is imine, no. So you'll get imine. Okay. Then, but actually what we want? We want amines. Then tell me, double bond is there. Then how do you convert double bond into single bond? Addition of hydrogen. That is nothing but reduction. So this reduction can be carried out easily by sodium borohydride. Even you can use lithium aluminum hydride. Even you can use hydrogen, nickel, platinum, palladium also. It is just a reduction. Tell me, in reduction, here is one hydrogen comes, here another hydrogen. Then the product is what? RCH2 NH2. That means like aldehydes and ketones reacts with ammonia to form imine, corresponding imines. These imines undergo reduction to form primary amines. That's it. Okay, right on. Aldehydes and ketones reacts with ammonia. Aldehydes and ketones reacts with ammonia to form corresponding imine, which is on reduction, in presence of what? Sodium borohydride to form primary amines. Take the equation. ನೋಡಿ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಪ್ರತಿದು ನೋಡಿ ಬರಬಾರ್ದ್ರಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ನೋ. ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಟು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಒನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀತೀರಿ? ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ 3 ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಆ ಥರ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? ಆ ಥರ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೈಟ್ ಕಾನ್ವೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಕೇವ್ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಹಚ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. Okay. Now tell me, is this method is used to prepare secondary amine? If yes, what to do? Ketones. Taken no ketone here, it's ketone only. Ketone plus ammonia, it is a ald imine. It is ket imine. Imine barutte. Imine plus sodium borohydride. Is it secondary amine, primary amine? NH2 is primary amine, but I want to prepare secondary amine. So to prepare secondary amine, instead of ammonia, use primary amine. Okay, so instead of ammonia, use primary amine. Then what happen? Oxygen plus 2 hydrogen. You'll get R here or not? Barutta? Then reduction. ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Secondary amine. Okay, so right, take example. Let us take aldehyde reacts with primary amine. It form CH double bond NR. It is a N-alkyl imine. What is the name of this compound, students? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಎನ್ ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಇಮೈನ್. ಹಾಂ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್? ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಂತೀರಾ? ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 1 ಇಯರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ರಿ, ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಬೋರೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇದಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ, ಆರ್ ಸಿ ಹೆಚ್ ಎನ್ ಎಚ್ ಆರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್? Secondary amine. So what is the name of alkyl n alkyl imine? It is called Skips base, not chips base. Skips base. ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ ಇದು? Okay, then we want to prepare tertiary amines. Tell me what to do. Take secondary amine, R C double bond O H and no. Now tell me, is it possible to prepare tertiary amines? I'll tell you. H, it is a N R R. Now tell me, first of all, whether imines is formed? No imine is formed, because in order to form imine, there should be a 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen to remove the water, no? Okay, so it doesn't form imine. When it doesn't form imine, there is no product, there is no further reaction. Okay, therefore tertiary amines cannot be prepared by this method, only primary and secondary. Okay, next 11th one from RMGX, right? Pardon, from Grignard reagent. ನೋಡಿ, ಬರೀ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಮುಗಿದೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಭಾಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಗೇಬ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಲಿಮೈಡ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಬ್ರೋಮೈಡ್ ಡಿಗ್ರೇಡೇಷನ್, ಹಾಫ್ಮನ್ ಅಮೋನಲೈಸಿಸ್, ದೋಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. Okay, next from Grignard reagent. Tell me, so what is the Grignard reagent? Alkyl magnesium halide. Okay, so alkyl magnesium halide is called Grignard reagent, which is reacts with it is a haloamine. This in X place there may be a chloro and bromo, so haloamine. So therefore RMGX reacts with haloamines. So tell me, what can be removed? MgX, MgX2. What is left? R NH2 plus MgX2. So therefore Grignard reagent reacts with haloamines to form corresponding primary amines. Pattern. Grignard reagent reacts with haloamines. Grignard reagent reacts with haloamines to form corresponding primary amines. Write the product. Okay, so here MgCl2, remove MgCl2. Here remove MgBr2. Okay, next method of preparation is decarboxylation of alpha amino carboxylic acids, right? decarboxylation of alpha amino carboxylic acids. Okay, tell me, what are carboxylic acids? Are okay, CH2, COOH, these are carboxylic acid. No. Then what is the meaning of alpha amino? It is a carboxylic group. With respect to carboxylic group, adjacent carbon is called what? Alpha carbon, alpha, beta, gamma. No. So if just adjacent to carboxylic group, that carbon is called alpha carbon. On alpha carbon there is a amine group. It is called alpha amino carboxylic acids. Where we study? Amino acids, no. All amino acids are, there are naturally 20, no? There are 20 naturally occurring amino acids. All naturally occurring amino acids are alpha amino acid. This is nothing but amino acid. Okay, right? So out of 20 naturally occurring amino acid, one amino acid is not amino acid, it is amino acid. Which is a amino acid? Proline, right? So proline is not a amino acid, which is amino acid. And out of 20, one is optically inactive. All 19 are optically active. Can you tell me which is optically inactive? Very good, glycine. These are very, very, very frequently asking questions. Okay, our topic bandag ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ worry ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿ first. Okay, so this is alpha amino carboxylic acid, nothing but it is amino acid. Now this amino acid, now it undergo decarboxylation. Tell me, I want to remove this carbon dioxide group, which is called decarboxylation. Decarboxylation can be done in presence of Bega. Very good, sodamide, right? So therefore carboxylic acid heated with sodamide. What is the sodamide? The mixture of sodium hydroxide and tell me calcium oxide, which is called sodamide. Sodamide, soda lime, not sodamide, soda lime. Okay, so sodium hydroxide plus calcium oxide, which is called soda lime. Therefore now in presence of soda lime, what is the function of soda lime? Soda lime removes what? CO2. So therefore it become what? R, CH become CH2, NH2. You will get amino, that is nothing but amine. Of course primary amine. It is just decarboxylation. Right on. Alpha amino carboxylic acids heated with alpha amino carboxylic acids heated with what? Soda lime, NaOH plus calcium oxide, heated with soda lime. It undergo decarboxylation to form primary amine. It undergo decarboxylation to form a primary amine. Okay, so write the product CH3 CH NH2 COH. What is this? What is the name of amino acid? Alanine. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ methyl ಇದ್ರೆ, which is called aniline. Alanine. Okay, alanine on decarboxylation. Write the product. Methyl amine ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Methyl ಐತಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ, you remove this only. Ethylamine. So alanine is a amino acid. Okay, glycine, one more example. What is a glycine? In place of methyl group we should write H. which is a glycine. Glycine amino acid on decarboxylation, soda lime. Write the product. Methyl amine. Okay. So these are the methods of preparation of amines. Understand anything? Anything is left? Okay. All are covered, no? Okay. So yeah. If you see NCERT textbook, in NCERT textbook only 6 methods are there. The first 6 studied now. Those first 6 methods given NCERT textbook, but remaining methods also there in textbook only, but not in that topic. In different topic comes, that's what we have studied all together here only. In a ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, fine. Next, right, physical properties of amine. Physical properties of amine. Right. So in physical property we study one, physical nature. Not much important, but generally we study it. Important is boiling point, and third important physical property is solubility. So these 3 physical property in generally we study for all organic compounds. One, physical nature, 2, boiling point, third one is solubility. Okay, now tell me, first is physical nature. Come on, tell me, what is the physical nature of amines? So usually not only amines, in organic compound, the organic compounds with low molecular mass means 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon. So 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon amines are usually gaseous state. Okay, they are usually gaseous state, and whereas 3 to 18 they are in liquid state, and more than 18 they are solid state. In generally this is the order follows for all organic compound. Somewhere some exceptions will be there, but in generally this is the order. 1 to 3 gases, 3 to 18 means 4 to 18 liquids, and above 18 generally solid. And solid is not like metal solids, they are wax like solid. Solid and takshana bench ತರ ಇರಲ್ಲ and iron ತರ ಇರಲ್ಲ. It's not like cement solid, it is just like wax like solid. Okay, it is physical property. And next is particularly amines having characteristic smell. So ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ನೀವು ಅಮೈನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 100% ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬಹುದು ಈ ಅಮೈನ್ ಅಂತ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೈನ್ಸ್? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಶಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಹೌದಾನೆ? ಫಿಶ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ it has fishy odor, usually all amines. But ammonia, the smell of ammonia you can identify how? It is a pungent smell, right? So public urinals alli hodre gottagutte ಎಷ್ಟು strong smell ಇದೆ. That is like ammonia smell, urea smell, nothing but it's a strong pungent odor, ammonia. And other amines are having of course fishy odor. Next is boiling point. So what about boiling point of amines? So generally the boiling point and solubility we compare with alkanes. Okay, we take for every compound we compare with usually alkane, because alkanes are the hydrocarbon and saturated hydrocarbon. Now tell me, when you compare with the saturated hydrocarbon, the boiling point of amine is more than alkane. Why? Usually amines having more boiling point compared to alkane. Corresponding molecular mass ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಹಿಯರ್ amines can form intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Let us take primary amine. I'll take RNH2. It is a primary amine. I'll write primary amine like this. It is a H, this is R. Another primary amine, HNHR. You can write another primary amine. Okay, tell me, in between primary amines there is a here hydrogen. There is a intermolecular hydrogen bonding between nitrogen and hydrogen. Yes or no? there is a intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, they get associated. Due to association, their boiling point is increases. Is this kind of association possible in alkane? No. Alkanes are non-polar, no. But amines are polar. They are having intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding, these amine molecule get associated and their boiling point is increases. Next is solubility. The solubility also same. The solubility of amine, usually amines are soluble in water. Generally no. I told you the solubility of any compound depends on two factors. Right. One is a ionic compound. In case of ionic compound, if ionic compound has more hydration energy compared to lattice energy, that is soluble. The solubility of ionic compound is depends on lattice energy, hydration energy. Lattice energy less than hydration energy or hydration energy more than lattice energy, soluble. But what about covalent compound? In covalent compound, we don't study lattice energy, hydration energy. Baraladu. In case of covalent compound, it is depends on hydrogen bonding. For example, organic compounds. All organic compounds are covalent compounds. Usually covalent compound, they are not supposed to be dissolved in water, but alcohol, amine, they dissolve in water. So we are studying amine. Amines are soluble in water. They are actually soluble even though organic compound, because they form intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water. For example, you take a primary amine. I'll take H, it is nitrogen, nitrogen, hydrogen. Okay, then you can take okay, hydrogen, and it is oxygen, water, and it is nitrogen, hydrogen, it is hydrogen, this R. Now tell me, there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding between hydrogen and oxygen, no? And here oxygen, this hydrogen and nitrogen. So therefore, hydrogen bonding present between hydrogen oxygen and hydrogen nitrogen. So due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, they are soluble in water. Okay. So these three are the physical property. Tell me, what is the first physical property? Their physical state. 1 to 3 are gases. 4 to 18 are solids. Sorry, liquids, and above 18 are wax like solid, and they are having fishy odor. Okay, or ammonia has pungent smell. Next, boiling point. Their boiling point is generally more compared to with alkane. The boiling point of amine is more compared to alkane because these amines can form intermolecular bonding. And okay, now we also know that the boiling point is directly proportional to this R group, no? As the size of the R group increases, boiling point is increases, because usually boiling point is depends on size of the molecule. If the size of the molecule increases, boiling point is increases. Next, solubility. So these compounds are soluble in water due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water. Due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, they are soluble in water. Okay. So these three are the physical properties. Right on. Physical properties. 1, physical nature. Right, in short, C12, C3, what? Gases. C42, C18, liquids. Above C18, wax like solid. Waxes alla. Wax like solid. Next, second one, boiling point. Okay, right, that also. Amines having, or amines have characteristic smell like fishy odor. And ammonia has pungent odor. Next, second one is boiling point. Right. The boiling point of amines is more than corresponding alkanes. The boiling point of amines is more than corresponding alkanes. Due to formation of, the boiling point of amine is more than corresponding alkanes due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Next point. Boiling point of amines increases boiling point of amines increases with increasing what? Size of alkyl group, R group. The boiling point of amines increases with increasing size of alkyl group. Take. Next is solubility. Solubility. Amines are soluble in water. Amines are soluble in water. Soluble in water. What is the reason? Due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Amines are soluble in water due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond. Okay. So, right, chemical properties. First one and most important, basic nature. ಅಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಾರ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಂತ ಅವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಡಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ how does basic nature depends other factor? Okay, tell me first of all, amines are basic in nature, right? In organic compounds we study basic nature in amine only. Amines are basic nature because the nitrogen present, amine group having nitrogen containing one lone pair electron, that lone pair electron is capable to donate, right? Donate and capable to form the bond. For example, let us take RNH2. In RNH2 there is a nitrogen which has one lone pair, no? Yes or no? Okay. In amines there is a NH2 group. So every NH2 group has, or nitrogen has one lone pair. This lone pair is capable to donate. So what are the bases? Tell me. According to Lewis theory, what is the base? Base is, according to Lewis theory, whether electron pair donor or acceptor. Electron pair donor. So electron pair donor is a base. Electron pair acceptor is a acid. So therefore, now amines are basic nature because there is a one lone pair electron on nitrogen. That lone pair electron is capable to donate. And it involved in the formation of bond also. Right? So therefore, they are basic in nature. So therefore, the basic nature of amine is because of only lone pair, not because of anything. Right? Now, suppose if this lone pair is capable to donate, it is a basic. There is a lone pair, but sometimes that lone pair is not capable to donate. Can we say basic? It means basic nature is not that only presence of lone pair. Do you understand? Lone pair ittakshan basic nature ela kagala. There must be a lone pair, of course, and that lone pair is capable to donate. It is capable to donate to the some other substance. Then it is a base. It means suppose it is a lone, it has lone pair, and that lone pair is not capable to donate. Can you say basic? No. So therefore, here criteria is there must be a lone pair. That lone pair must be capable to donate. Now therefore, our amines are having lone pair and capable to donate the lone pair to proton. Actually, they are ready to donate the lone pair to proton. How? For example, you can take R NH2 amine. Now, which is reacts with one proton. Proton is acid now. This lone pair is donated to what? Proton. So what it form? R NH2 become NH3. It is a plus. That means one bond is forming or not? Therefore, this lone pair is a what? Yeah, this amine is a basic nature. Next point. Amines are weakly basic. Weekly andre weekly, monthly alla. Poorly. Okay. So amines are weakly basic because they reacts with water, they form hydroxide ion. You can also take in other form, amines reacts with water. Tell me, in water, tell me H plus and OH minus. So which ion reacts with this amine group? H plus, because it is lone pair. No, this lone pair is ready to donate H plus. So therefore, what it form? R NH2 become NH3 plus and OH minus. No, so therefore NH3 plus ion and OH minus will get. It means amines also basic nature because amine reacts with water, they form hydroxide. We know that if any compound produces OH minus ion when they dissolved in water is called base according to Arrhenius theory. Yes or no? According to Arrhenius theory, the substance which produces H plus ion when they dissolved in water is acid. The substance which produces OH minus ion when they dissolved in water is base. OH minus, base. Therefore, amines reacts with water, they produces OH minus. You can say what? It is a base. In two ways. Or amine reacts with proton, or amine donate the lone pair electron to proton. It is called anilinium ion. This ion is called anilinium ion. So therefore, it is also acid. Now tell me, let us take this equilibrium. Now by applying law of mass action, tell me K equal to molar concentrations of product Kc Kp. What is it? Molar concentrations of product by molar concentrations of reactant. So therefore, what do you get? R NH3 plus product OH minus by R NH2 into H2O. But we also know that the molar concentration of water is almost constant because we take large quantity. Therefore, if you bring water here, it is a constant, it is also constant. So constant into constant, you will get another constant, we will take Kb. Therefore, Kb equal to what? R NH3 plus molar concentration or OH molar concentration divided by or NH2 into H2O. Now tell me where what is Kb? Kb equal to equilibrium constant of what? Equilibrium constant of weak base. Okay, so Kb is the equilibrium constant of weak base. Now what is the measure of K, or what is the use of this Kb? So this Kb can be measure the strength of base. That means the strength of base can be measured by Kb and pKb. Yes or no? The strength of base can be measured by Kb. So therefore, so strength of base we know directly proportional to OH minus no. The base which produces OH minus ion more, that is more basic. Therefore, can I take this Kb directly proportional to OH? We from this equation you can take Kb also directly proportional to OH minus ion concentration. Therefore, now tell me what is the Kb? Kb is the measure of basic strength. More Kb, more basic. Yes or no? Therefore, basic strength of amine, not only amine, basic strength is always directly proportional to Kb. So here onwards we take Kb only. We don't use basic strength, we use Kb. But we also use pKb. pKb is equals to minus log Kb. Or pKb can also be equal to, tell me, it is a minus, no, I'll take plus log 1 by Kb. Then pKb is inversely proportional to Kb. Now tell me, basic strength is directly proportional to Kb. We know pKb is minus log Kb. In chemical equilibrium study, pKb is equal to it is log 1 by Kb. But pKb inversely proportional to Kb. Then, but Kb directly proportional to basic strength. Therefore, pKb is inversely proportional to basic strength. Okay, it means higher the pKb, lower the Kb, lower the basic strength. Okay, then next we study basic strength of amine. Do you understand? So here we have studied 2 points. What is the first point? First point is amines are basic nature. All amines are basic nature due to the presence of lone pair electron on nitrogen, and it is capable to donate the lone pair electron to what? Proton, to form the even bond also. And amines are weakly basic, even they reacts with water to form hydroxyl ion. Then the basic strength of amine can be expressed by two terms. Which two terms? Basic strength can be measured by two terms, that is Kb and pKb. Then what is Kb and what is pKb? This is studied. Okay, right on. Have written basic strength of amine. Right on. Amines are basic nature due to presence of amines are basic nature due to the presence of lone pair of electrons on nitrogen. Amines are basic nature due to the presence of lone pair electron on nitrogen atom, comma, this lone pair of electrons available for the formation of bond, with what? With proton, because proton is acid, no, with proton. So take first equation only. anilinium ion. Anilinium ion. Next, amines are weakly basic. Amines are weakly basic because amines are weakly basic because they combines with water, to form what? Hydroxyl ion, OH minus, to form hydroxyl ion. Next slide. The basic strength of amine can be expressed in terms of, the basic strength of amine can be expressed in terms of what? Kb and pkb. Basic strength of amine can be expressed in terms of kb and pkb. Okay, so take the equation as it is. So here take like this, take as it is. Kb is directly proportional to basic strength, pkb inversely proportional to basic strength.